What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. Rule of being a Yugi-tuber, literally on the way back from the dog groomer, dropping off the dogs, and BANLIST drop. Thank you, Kaiju Kev, for texting me and letting me know it's out. Otherwise, I'd just keep doing stuff around the house. So, effective from March 15th, the next no sooner than is July 1st, and it looks like the change to Firewall Dragon from Forbidden to Unlimited does not take place until April 14th, when it has its errata. Hopefully, we have more of a mass release errata than just the Ghost Rare, or the Ghost Rare is easier to pull than we think. That being said, let's go ahead and see what changes they've made. And so far, nothing. Now, I promised to stop around the links and see. Electromite's still there. Union Carrier banned! Okay, that's a pretty darn big one. I thought they would probably just take care of things that equips, but I guess multiple cards have become problematic since Union Carrier's creation, and they don't want to continue to have to build around it. I hate that term. Oh, it's because it stops future card creation, because it gets thrown out and overused so much. But Union Carrier, our first hit, and Electromite still on the list. When Electromite got banned, it did not deserve it. The decks were only topping 1 to 2 per event at max with triples. I don't understand. I really don't, but here it is still, and Union Carrier is now banned. Anything else? We have Zexel banned. They're taking care of the Numeron engine. It really seems they're paying extra attention to what's winning those remote duel events. Okay, I guess Zexel needed to go. I don't like it via card design. It just says you can't play, but really it's its time instead of, okay. There it is! Calamities! Oh, okay, so I spoke too soon. They did hit the problem card. They listened to everybody. Calamities is at 0 instead of 1. Now we're going to see a lot more decks be able to mash their buttons, as I say. Like, in fighting games, people hate Fireball spam because it locks you down, and when you finally get in, they have multiple options to get out. You kind of have to play a guessing game versus them getting out, and then it's back to Fireball spam, not Firewall spam. But I digress. That's very interesting to see Calamities on here. Basically the equivalent of Fireball spam. Any spells, anything here at all? Nothing at all. Any traps? Nothing joined. So let's eat the... So, big changes basically. Union Carrier banned. That's great. Zexel banned. I've been advocating for that before. I kind of stepped off the gas on that because what does the Numeron engine have without that? A budget engine for players, but still by card design didn't like. And Calamities, this card has been wrecking the format, pretty much just going crazy, and I'm glad that it is gone. Alright, let us continue, let us proceed into the limits and see if they've done anything else, or if this is going to be small boy list again, and we're not going to get our ad rev out of it. So far, nothing in the effect monsters. And we've got Benton! Benton is actually hit to 1. This is an okay change, so you don't have infinite power to Benton. I get that they can do extra things with it at 1 still, but Drytron was realistically falling off on its own. Putting it to 1 Benton is perfectly fine, and with Calamities gone, they did need to hit other decks. I guess Drytron could have, like, come forth. The Virtual World will still be a pretty good deck with 1 Calamities, but 1 Benton, a check and balance to Drytron, which is a top deck. That's decent. Alright, any other limited changes? We're still in small list, small energy mode. The minimal change by Konami, the theory here. Yeah, no spells, no traps. Malicious still semi'd, and a pretty large list here. You can't see the last one. I can barely see it. True King's Return is now no longer on the list. Rank up Argent Chaos Force, since S0, the problem card for it, is gone, is now off of the list to 3. Ignister Prominence, this is Dragon Link Loops, is off the list. Duloran with its errata is off the list. And Rusty Bardish was limited, is no longer... You just put it to 3 Bardish? Like, I feel like Bardish is actually its own self-check and balance at 1, that you can't just go into another. If something hand traps or happens to it, they try to recur it, then it gets banished. I felt like that was a very helpful healthy balance when playing against this deck. This is actually maybe my biggest concern so far. Firewall Dragon with the errata. Obviously, the errata is coming. It is locked in jail. This is the first ever clause I think they've done. By the way, it's off the list, but it's off the list later to 3. And Dragon Destruction Sword, which was a problem card thanks to Union Carrier. It was a problem card. It is also off the list, freed by Union Carrier. So I guess they were thinking of maybe hitting other things Union Carrier did. I still feel like it's a bit early. Union Carrier was very fun card design, so Dragon Buster Destruction Sword is free because of that. Buster Blader players rejoice. Let's go. It's not the smallest list, but it's pretty darn small. We can hash more into the bans later on a live stream. I'm not going to keep your attention because I don't have much to say past what I've already said. Thanks for watching. Hey! Support on the Patreon, get yourself OCG cards if you appreciate shorter videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, that's pretty much a ban list, a medium-sized one at that.